Alright, so we got our 4 screws out. I said in my other videos, what I do is I notch this body piece out. You can see pretty good on this one because it's a lighter fuselage. I just cut them out, and it doesn't harm it at all. You'll pick this up, slide it back. Getting it out's a little bit trickier than getting it in, but you can still get it. You got to get the landing gear, the rear landing gear, up over the fuselage in the back, and it'll smash it down a little bit, but it won't hurt it. Get the front of it out, and voila! Now you got your helicopter out of your body. Now that this is out of here, I'm going to show you again how I cut these pieces out. You ain't got to fight it. It is a little bit, you still got to put a little bit of force into it, but just take your time. You'll learn it. It all comes with time and experience and practice, and like I said, I've crashed enough of these and destroyed enough of these fuselages. I think my green one I hit out of the box 10 minutes and just took this and smashed it back to about here. It was just hanging off. Just my personal thing. You guys don't have to do it if you don't want to. Anytime you hit a hard landing or something, these little nose pieces fall off, like the fuel hookup and the radar system. These little black, they almost look like guns, but they're not. These side guns and the side plates, I glue them on. I also glue the tail stabilizers on too. Anytime you bounce it on the ground hard, these things fall off, and hell, half the time I didn't even know I lost the nose pieces or the side guns until I was back inside, and I'm like, oh crap. So take some super glue, glue them on. It's your preference. Some people don't even use the side guns, they like the body and so what have you. Alright, again, I want to show you guys, these are your little servo links. I don't know if you can see them very well, but that's them. When you're making adjustments on these guys, you gotta make sure the battery's in it and your controller's turned on. Like explained in Nutcase's videos, and I'm assuming it's the same thing on these because I've done it. On these little ball links, there's a smooth side and like a factory stamped side. I just followed his advice on the Honeybee videos, and I put the stamped side in and the smooth side out. I don't know if it makes a difference because I didn't pay attention to it prior, but like I said, after watching his videos, I turned them all in. The stamps in. Okay, I don't know what would be the best way about going about this. Maybe I'll put this head assembly back on with it disassembled so it's easier to see to make your adjustments. Like I said, I'll put it all back together. When you're putting your swash plate and stuff back on, disassembled or assembled, makes no difference. You're just gonna put your guide back in, bend it out slightly, put your guide back in. You gotta make sure your 2 side links here are within this little guide. And then you'll eyeball it up. Get my little pin. Where's my needle nose? Where's my needle nose? My little helper here has misplaced my needle nose, so I just got a cobalt like utility tool.
Nina?
Slip that pin back in there. You'll take and push it through pretty evenly. There's like a stopping point. You can feel it. If you start pressing too hard, you'll feel it on the pin. I don't know if the end of it's a little bit bigger than the other side, but like again, I'm new to this too, so. What? Okay.
Good.
Okay, that's all back on. It's all tight again. You know, the pin's back through it. And then you take your little servo links off the servos and you pop them back on. I can do it with my fingers, like I said. I got sausage fingers, so I pop them right back on. Okay, so now basically my helicopter, you know, minus the fuselage, is all back together as far as our rotor head assembly. And this one's leveled off. Like I said, I'll do this so that everybody knows and it's all easy process for everybody. Again, there's on the end of your shaft assembly for your tail gear, there's two little plastic tabs off the end of this ball. You can't see it when the fuselage is on. I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm just trying to make it all simple. I'm not trying to make these all together here so everybody can find them. And then again, I just take the tail rotor inside the assembly. You'll see, you know, when it's in the fuselage you can't see, and I just move this until it engages, and then once it's in, you can hear a little bit of a click, and you'll actually see down through the top of the fuselage just a little brass piece. You'll see it spinning, then you know it's engaged. You'll tighten down this stud screw. Our tail assembly's all back in place. Now if my batteries are done charging, because somebody wasn't prepared, I forgot to charge the batteries, I'll put a battery in here and we'll go through the extent and sensitivity adjustments. And as we're doing all that, I'll go through and show you how to level this up again too. Let me get a battery in real quick. It's not done charging, but we may be able to get enough juice out of it. Guys, one of the pains in the ass about these 300s is this battery pack. This is the stock battery pack that came with the heli, and I'm actually thinking about going to that. There's a blue battery. It looks like it has a plastic coating on. This foil coating is real hard to get in and out of that battery tray. I don't know if you can see on this one. I'm gonna have to fix it, but if you see where the wires bend back close, I'm already starting to, it's rubbing through on the ground side of the battery pack where I'll have to fix that. But keep an eye on that, because if it gets across, you're going to burn up the battery pack or damage your battery pack or damage your battery charger. So make sure you keep an eye on that. I'm going to see if there ain't some way that I can maybe wrap this in electrical tape or something, or at least down the sides to smooth this out.
Dad!
So,
Baby! Oh, no.
slide my battery tray in, or battery in the tray here. And I'll be back in a minute, guys. That's my timer for the video limit, and then the phone's ringing.